Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and on this video tonight there is lots of things to negotiate about. So obviously on my recent video I was talking with you about Victor Osimhen from Lille, and also give you the latest news on Raheem Sterling, because obviously there's been stories coming out of the Independent saying that we could make a shock move for Raheem Sterling if Manchester City have their 2-year European ban upheld. But I'm very, very sceptical that Raheem Sterling will come to Manchester United. But by the way, that video is still uploading. I think it's on around 60%. And obviously, on the video that I did this morning, I give you Manchester United's transfer priority list for the summer. Obviously, our priority targets are obviously, Jadon Sancho. He's our number one priority target. Jack Grealish, he's another one of our priority targets, because obviously, we're looking to recommend a midfielder in the summer transfer window. And also to Kalidou Koulibaly, Dayot Upamecano, they're also our priority targets as well. Joe Rodon's also been mentioned. I think we are seeing him as an alternative to Kalidou Koulibaly. So that's what I've been negotiating with you on the videos today anyway. Now, but on this video, I'm going to give you some news on Marcos Rojo. I'm going to be talking with you as well a bit more about Paul Pogba. I think I also mentioned Paul Pogba earlier on today and that. And then after that, there's a few other topics to delve into. So let's start with the news anyway on Marcos Rojo. So according to recent reports, Marcos Rojo is set to return to Manchester United after his loan deal expires with Estudiantes. His loan does expire with Estudiantes at the end of this month. I think Estudiantes have confirmed that Marcos Rojo will be returning to Manchester United. Now, I think it did say a while ago that Marcos Rojo was set to hold negotiations with Solskjaer over getting his loan extended at Estudiantes. I think he was keen on getting it extended for a further 6 months. I don't really want Rojo back at Manchester United, because obviously he won't get into the team. I think analysed it, Rojo is like our 5th or 6th choice centre-half or something like that. Rojo's contract with the football club does expire next year, so it expires in 2021. Does Marcos Rojo's current deal. To be quite fair, I think he's actually enjoyed a difficult time since he went out on loan with Estudiantes. He went out on loan with Estudiantes in January, don't forget. Now, I think we've actually said what we want if we had to get rid of Marcos Rojo on a permanent transfer. I think, we do want around £12 million to get rid of him permanently. I think it said the other week that Estudiantes, were keen on getting Marcos Rojo permanently. It also mentioned the other week as well that Boca Juniors were interested in him. Obviously, Marcos Rojo's kind of injury prone. I think he had a very, very bad injury when he was at Manchester United, so that's why his appearances were limited. I think actually, Rojo did have a knee injury in that. He had a knee injury, yeah. He is in his late 20s, by the way, is Marcos Rojo. Now, of course, we did get Rojo in 2014 from Sporting Lisbon. Didn't we pay around £16 million for the player? Of course, Rojo for the club made 122 appearances. Obviously, has won some silverware with us as well. But I don't really see us, letting Marcos Rojo come back to Manchester United, if I am going to be quite honest with you. But yeah, there's been a U-turn. Reports have said today that Marcos Rojo is set to return to Manchester United and that. So, that is the breaking news on him. But like I've said anyway, we have got a lot of centre-halves in the team. We've got Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof that are our first choice centre-halves, and they've done very, very well together throughout the course of this season. You've got Eric Bailly and Alex Tuanzebe that are our backup centre-halves. Obviously, you've got Fosu Mensah that can be deployed as a centre-half. Obviously, Phil Jones is still at the football club. Phil Jones is now into his 9th season at Manchester United. Chris Smalling, he's out on loan with Roma. I don't think Chris Smalling, by the way, is coming back to Manchester United. because Chris Smalling was talking the other week saying that, he has no regrets leaving Manchester United. And actually, Paulo Finesca, the Roma manager, has been talking in recent weeks saying that Chris Smalling wants to stay at Roma. And Paulo Finesca was also talking about, how professional and how amazing that Chris Smalling is. He's done very, very well on his loan spell, to be fair, with Roma. I think we have revealed our asking price of what we want for Chris Smalling. If we do get rid of him permanently, I think we do want around £18 million. We've lowered our asking price because I think at the first we wanted in a £20 million range for Smalling. Smalling was a loan servant at Manchester United. He endured 9 years at the football club. So there you go. Now, I want to delve into some news on Paul Pogba. Like I said, I mentioned, Paul Pogba earlier on today. Now, there's still some reports actually, stemming from the mainstream media, saying that, Paul Pogba could still leave Manchester United in the summer transfer window. These stories are stemming from League 10 Sport, saying that, PSG are interested in Paul Pogba, and Pogba, would be open to making a move to PSG, because of 3 stars reportedly, and that's Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and Angel Di Maria. Obviously, Mbappe and Neymar are the 2 most expensive players in the world at the moment. But reportedly, he's open to making a move to PSG. He's Paul Pogba and that. Maybe in reality, PSG would probably have to offload Mbappe or Neymar to fund a move for Paul Pogba. Because we've obviously said if we sell Paul Pogba in the summer transfer window, we do want at least £100 million for him. And like I mentioned, it's very, very imperative that we get more than what we paid for him, because we did pay £89 million from Juventus back in 2016. So at the moment, Paul Pogba is our most expensive signing. Not only that, he is one of the highest paid players at the football club. He is on £300,000 a week, I think, in his current deal. Pogba's got exactly a year left on his Manchester United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year. But, there has been a lot of uncertainty over Paul Pogba's future. Like I said, if he did leave Man United in the summer transfer window, I think he would make a return back to Juventus, because analysing it, Paul Pogba did endure 4 exceptional years with Juventus, but the vast majority of his performances at Man United since he rejoined have been totally comparison to his ones in Turin. Now, as you all know, swap deals have been high on the agenda, and I know swap deals are very, very rare in the modern game. Obviously, reports were stemming from the Italian press recently saying that Man United are open to swapping Paul Pogba for Adrian Rabiot in the summer transfer window. I'm actually, very, very sceptical that this swap deal will materialise. Adrian Rabiot's been linked with quite a few clubs, not only Man United. I think Arsenal have been in talks of getting him. Also to Adrian Rabiot's also held talks with Carlo Ancelotti from Everton and that. I think he's looking to leave Juventus, so is Adrian Rabiot. I think, he's available for a cheap solution. He's a cheap solution. He's available on the cheap. I think he'll cost around, is it 26 or 27 million pounds or something like that. But Adrian Rabiot's endured a very, very difficult first season with Juventus, because he can't even get in Juventus' team, can Adrian Rabiot, because obviously, Maurizio Sarri prefers the likes of Matuidi ahead of him, Miralem Pjanic and Aaron Ramsey and that. So Adrian Rabiot's appearances have been limited. Juventus got him on a free last summer. I think he signed a 4-year contract with Juventus, so he's got a contract with Juventus until 2023. Reports were saying quite a few weeks ago that allegedly Adrian Rabiot went out on a strike. Well, he told Juventus he was going on strike and he refused to return to training and that. But actually, Adrian Rabiot had laughed this off, basically, in that. Analysing, Adrian Rabiot did actually spend the vast majority of his career with PSG. I think we was also tracking Adrian Rabiot, when he was at PSG. And he was at PSG for several years. He's in his mid-20s and he is predominantly a box-to-box midfielder, is Adrian Rabiot on that. So it did say recently, we're open swapping Pogba for Adrian Rabiot. There's also other players that have been mentioned as well. Federico Bernardeschi's been mentioned. Also to Miralem Pjanic, Douglas Costa. Aaron Ramsey, Matty Stillick was also spoken about a while back as well. So there you go. Obviously, there were stories coming out last week saying that, Real Madrid had offered up to 4 of their players to try and get Paul Pogba. And the players that were mentioned were Martin Odegaard, James Rodriguez, Brahim Diaz and Lucas Vazquez. They're the 4 players that Real Madrid had offered us last week. There's reports also mentioning that Real Madrid have held secret talks with Paul Pogba's agent, Mini Raiola, but also too, Mini Raiola's been talking with Juventus as well. I've been very, very critical, and I think a lot of Manchester United fans have been very, very critical of Mini Raiola, reflecting on some of the comments he said since the turn of the year. We actually believe Mini Raiola is the only one that wants Paul Pogba to leave the football club in the summer transfer window. Don't forget, last summer though, Paul Pogba did say that he wants to leave Manchester United. And, he said he was seeking for a new challenge in it, and he even publicly admitted that he wanted to leave the football club. His preference was a move to Real Madrid last summer. We wanted £180 million for Paul Pogba last summer. That's, how much we wanted. But the Real Madrid, were not willing to meet our £180 million valuation in that. But Pogba, was saying, he was talking a lot about Real Madrid last year, about his plans of playing under Zinedine Zidane and all of that. Real Madrid, recruited a good 6 players in last summer. They spent, was it nearly £300 million on them. They got the likes of Eden Hazard. They obviously, got Luka Jovic. They also got Rodrigo, Ferland Mendy, Eder Militao and that. And they're looking to do more business when the transfer market does open. They're also looking to get rid of players as well. I think they're looking to get rid of Dani Ceballos permanently. They're looking to get rid of James Rodriguez. They're looking to get rid of Bale. Karim Benzema's coming to an end of his footballing career and that. So there you go. There you go and that. And obviously, before, don't forget, Barcelona have been in for Pogba. Also, too, Inter Milan have been in for him. Don't forget, Inter Milan have already recruited 3 of our players. So far they got Ashley Young offers. Young did enjoy 8.5 years at the football club. They also got Sanchez offers. Don't forget, Inter Milan sporting director recently confirmed that Sanchez will be staying at Inter Milan until the end of the season. Inter Milan did say that they do want to extend Alexis Sanchez's loan. I don't know, if they are going to consider getting him permanently, but Inter Milan don't have an option to buy Sanchez. They don't have an option to buy him. Last summer, Sanchez joined Inter Milan on a 10-month loan. I think at the end of the loan, we have to pay around £6 million. Despite the fact that he's on loan at Inter Milan, though, we're still paying the vast majority of Alexis Sanchez's wages. We're still paying him like 300 grand a week. Inter Milan are paying like the other £100,000 a week and that. But I don't think he'll come back to Man United because Sanchez did enjoy a difficult 18 months at the football club. Inter Milan also got Romelu Lukaku offers as well last summer. We did get £72 million, so we nearly, recouped the £75 million that were paid for him from Everton back in 2017. But he said this in recent weeks and that, like, Inter Milan have been interested. Maybe Conte is keen on reuniting with Paul Pogba. So there you go. But disregard all of that, I think Paul Pogba's staying at Manchester United anyway, like I confirmed with you yesterday. I think he definitely will be at the football club next season. I don't know if he's going to be here for the foreseeable future, probably depending on how he performs, when the season does resume. And very, very excited about the prospect of Paul Pogba playing alongside Bruno Fernandes in our midfield because they've not yet had the chance to play together in our midfield of Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. Them playing together in our team, we'd obviously have Paul Pogba in the number 6 or the number 8, and obviously you'd have Bruno Fernandes in the number 10. Obviously, of course, that's Bruno Fernandes' predominant position and all of that. And the good news is now regarding Paul Pogba, he has recovered from injury. He recovered quite a few weeks ago, I think now. He's back from his ankle injury. Paul Pogba's only played 8 times this season for the football club. His appearances have been limited due to his injuries. The last time he did play was on Boxing Day. in our 4-1 win against Newcastle. Last time he started from the start was, back in September and that. But he's sustained quite a few injuries as a Manchester United player, Paul Pogba. He's won 2 trophies with the club. That was the Europa League and the League Cup in his first season. We had him when he was young under Alex Ferguson. I think we probably made a mistake by getting rid of him, when he was young under Ferguson. But we let him go under Alex Ferguson, due to limited appearances and that. And yeah. So that is the breaking news on Paul Pogba. He's open to making a move to PSG, but I think he's staying. Solskjaer's confirmed he is part of his plans and that, he's Pogba. But obviously, there's been a few players on our agenda who could replace Paul Pogba if he does leave the football club in the summer transfer window and that. So that is the breaking news on Paul Pogba anyway. That is the breaking news on him. Now, what do we expect from Manchester United, when the football season does resume? Well, there's quite a few things, that we do expect. Obviously, we expect players to put 100% in when the season resumes. We expect us, to keep this good run of form up. Because before the football season got suspended, we was in a good vein of form because don't forget, we are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions. So we're looking to keep this good run of form up. And Solskjaer, will be under pressure, to keep this good run of form up, when the football season does resume. I also, expect decisions to be made, for when the season resumes and that. And there's quite a few decisions, that Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have got to make. Like I mentioned, we've got to decide on Diego Dalot's future. We've also got to, resolve Pogba's future. I think Paul Pogba's future's almost been sorted out now, for next season and that. Like I said, we've got to make a decision on Angel Gomez's future. That's another one. Like I said, there's big decisions that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got to make in the summer transfer window, of what players he's going to recommend in and, what players, of course, he's going to get rid of. I think, we are going to get rid of around 5 players, at least in the summer transfer window, maybe even more. Like I said, Solskjaer's got to, work out his best 11. I think he's got an idea, Solskjaer, what his best 11 is going to be for when the season resumes. Depending on who we sign in the summer transfer window, then Solskjaer will work out his best 11 for next season. Also, too, I think Solskjaer has an idea of what formation he's going to go with for when the season resumes, but he has got to work out his best formation because he has been changing formation persistently this season as Solskjaer. He's been going with a 4-2-3-1 a lot. From my own perception, that doesn't really seem to suit our standards. Quite a few times he's gone with a 4-3-3. Obviously, he's gone with a 3-5-2 as well. To be quite honest with you, I think we look more expansive with that 3-5-2 formation. And that. So these decisions that Manchester United, have definitely, got to make. I hope as well, that we see the best of Paul Pogba when he comes back. He obviously, he's aiming to be the best player in the world when he comes back. I probably expect, a few more of the youngsters as well, to get more chances when the season does resume. To be fair to Solskjaer, he has given some young players their chances and that, but, the likes of Greenwood, he's been given his chances. Also to Brandon Williams, he's been given his chances and that. I expect Diego Dalot to maybe get some more opportunities when the season resumes as well. His appearances have been limited, but his appearances have been limited, due to the couple of injuries that he's had, But, you've had young players that have found their appearances limited, James Garner, he's found game time very, very difficult. You've also, had James Garner. Angel Gomez, James Garner, he's found game time difficult. Tahith Chong, he's also found game time very, very difficult. So there's a few things, I expect from Manchester United, when the season resumes. Does Solskjaer need to make a tactical change? Because as you know, if you've watched Man United, this season, we have been playing a lot from the counter-attack. I hope Martial, can keep his good run of form up, because before the football season got suspended, he was in a good vein of form, Martial. Igalo, I hope he can keep his good run of form up as well. We got the positive news regarding Odin Igalo yesterday, that he's agreed to extend his loan at Manchester United until January 2021. So Igalo's going to be staying at the football club for another 7 months. Don't forget, I think we've paid around £6 million to extend Odi and Igalo's loan. So this is obviously, very, very positive news. And Igalo, has given his own verdict on it. And he said, he's very, very happy. He's very, very happy, to extend his loan at Manchester United and that. But he'll probably go back to Shanghai Shenhua in January, because don't forget, there is no option or obligation to obviously, buy Odi Igalo at the end of the loan. But yeah, very, very positive news. Don't forget, Shanghai Shenhua back in March did offer Odi Igalo a 2-year contract worth £400,000 a week. He'll probably sign this contract when he does go back to Shanghai Shenhua. But before it got confirmed that Igalo extended his loan, don't forget, he did say, didn't he, Igalo, that he wanted to stay and he was willing to risk a £75 million contract with Shanghai Shenhua to remain at Manchester United and that. Shanghai Shenhua did say quite a few weeks ago that they do want around £20 million to let Odi Igalo go permanently and that. But yeah, like I said, we got him on deadline day in January, Odi Igalo. And I think at the moment, are we paying a third, or are we paying like a half of his wages? But Igalo's enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career and that. So obviously, there you go. Being a very, very good cover-up to Marcus Rashford and that. But despite, us extending Odi Igalo's loan, we are still looking to strengthen up our attack in the summer transfer window and that. So there you go. But these are the things I expect from Manchester United, when the season resumes. I hope as well Solskjaer, can improve, approach game. I hope Solskjaer, can approach games against lower opposition a bit better as well. We did well against lower opposition, before the football season got suspended, but for the vast majority of this season, we haven't been so good against lower opposition, and we've dropped far too many points against the lower opposition this season. But yeah, we've been exceptional against the Big Six sides, so that's a positive. We've taken like 17 points against the Big Six sides this season and that, So yeah, so there's, there's things that I do expect from Manchester United, when the football season resumes. The Premier League is resuming on the 17th of June, which is very, very good, which is just over 2 weeks away now. Obviously, the Premier League is going to be finishing on the 25th of July. There's 9 games to play in the Premier League season. There's 92 games to play in all competitions. Like I said, we are chasing that top 4, and that top 4 is a priority for us, because, we do want qualification for the Champions League for next season, so we can attract players to the elite level. Also, too, the FA Cup and the Europa League is a priority for us, because, that's a chance of us getting some silverware on the board under Solskjaer and that. And we haven't won out yet in terms of silverware under Solskjaer, but if we could, win the FA Cup and the Europa League, or even at least one of them, it would be a memorable first full season for Solskjaer. Solskjaer has been at the football club now for a year and a half, is it? Nearly a year and a half, including the 3-month period when he was the interim manager and that. So obviously, that's very, very good in that. That's very, very good in that. But yeah, the Premier League has been suspended, for a good 10 weeks now. It has been suspended since the 13th of March, And like I said, we're going to get rid of players in the summer transfer window, so we're going to generate money in that way. To be fair, Solskjaer has got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended in to the football club. But like I've said on my recent videos, I have seen improvements under Solskjaer. Like I said, there's players that have improved under him. We've also improved in the transfer market under Solskjaer. We've been a bit more ruthless in the markets. We've been a bit more sensible with our recruitment, and we've got the players, that we wanted in. Solskjaer so far has recommended 5 players into the football club and spent over £200 million on them. Last summer he brought Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. And of course in January he brought Bruno Fernandes and Odina Gallo in. Definitely the sign that Bruno Fernandes has saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job at Manchester United, because Bruno Fernandes has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career and that. So the summer transfer window will be Solskjaer's fourth transfer window as Manchester United manager and that. But like I said, Solskjaer does deserve at least another season at the football club, and he does deserve at least a couple of more transfer windows. And the main explanations for this is because Solskjaer's still in the process of rebuilding, and plus it is a transition period. And like Solskjaer revealed at the beginning of the year, he's hopeful that we can get through this transition period, but it has been a transition period for quite some time. Don't forget, Solskjaer has got the backing of Ed Woodward, because Ed Woodward has said on a few occasions this season that he's willing to back Solskjaer, and he's also assured that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is safe and that. So that's obviously a positive in that. Like I said, Woodward's been criticised for several years, reflecting on how poor our recruitment policy's been. Obviously, of us overpaying for players and his poor selection of managers. So these are the reasons why Woodward has been criticised. The Glazers are also willing to back Solskjaer. The Glazers, we've been very, very critical of them. The Glazers have been at Man United since 2005. Obviously, now it's 2020, so the Glazers have been here for a good 15 years or so now. And like I said, I was very, very critical of Solskjaer this season, but a lot of Manchester United fans, have been very, very critical of him. But at the moment, I am still determined to back Solskjaer. I really, really am, and that. I am still, determined to back him. I think Solskjaer will probably have at least £100 million to spend in the summer transfer window. Don't forget, stories came out last week saying that we'd taken a £140 million loan from the £150 million revolving credit facility. This is to obviously, help us through the coronavirus crisis and to help us, get the right calibre players into the football club in the summer transfer window. As you all know, our net debt is £429.1 million. I think actually, our debt had risen up by almost £130 million. So there's a lot of uncertainty for the summer transfer window. You had Ed Woodward last month saying that we won't do business as usual in the summer transfer market. So he basically ruled out big transfers to Man United. He insists we won't do business as usual, like I mentioned. And that. Like I said, we've got 9 players' contracts that are due to expire next year. So this is obviously something else that we do need to resolve and that. By the way, I just want to give you some news as well. I might add this on my title of my video. We have got quite a few alternatives to Jadon Sancho. So if we don't get Jadon Sancho, we've got a few alternatives on our agenda. And that is Rabbi Matondo from Schalke. I've spoken with you about Rabbi Matondo the other week. I think it did say he's available for around, is it 50 or 60 odd million? Because I think that's actually his release clause. This has actually been Rabbi Matondo's first season with Schalke. I think he's got a contract with Schalke till 2023. Schalke, I think paid just over £11 million in from Man City, because Rabbi Matondo is a former Manchester City player. Obviously, before he was at City, he was at Cardiff. He began his career with Cardiff, did Rabbi Matondo. He's born in Liverpool, is Rabbi Matondo, but actually, he moved to Wales when he was younger, and he's only very, very young, and Rabbi Matondo would be a much cheaper solution than Jadon Sancho. It's also mentioned that Figo Almeida from Vels Sarsfield, he's also now on our agenda, and we're seeing him as an alternative to Jadon Sancho and that, but yeah. So there has been so many players on Manchester United's agenda and that, but hopefully, we can get the right players in. Solskjaer's already revealed his plans for the summer transfer window. He wants to make around 3 or 4 signings in the summer transfer window, because he believes we need around 3 or 4 signings to become title contenders next season, because this has been the 7th season, we have failed to mount any title challenge up, and that. So we have been inconsistent in the last 6 or 7 years or so and that. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, we are backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure at Manchester United to work out because, he's a club legend. He was a great player for the football club for 11 years. He flourished under Ferguson's guidance and that, you know. And I hope it does work out for him. I think Solskjaer's got around, 2 years left on his current contract at Manchester United and that. So there you go. But Solskjaer is our fourth permanent manager since the Ferguson era. Obviously, we've sacked 3 managers since the Ferguson era, and that obviously, was David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, and Jose Mourinho and that. So we haven't really got the structure to keep sacking managers. So there you go. So that's everything to update with today, guys. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless you all again very, very soon.